This is 9 News Now.
ICU covers a 600-mile radius. So I'm here in the WUSA 9 studio kitchen frying up an egg. If you can hear it, wish you had smell-o-vision right now. This is to give you a really good visual. Today is Don't Fry Friday, according to the American Cancer Society. We're not talking about eggs, we're talking about your skin. The American Cancer Society says there are 3.5 million cases of skin cancer diagnosed every year in the U.S. That's more than any other cancers combined. And we talked to a leading D.C. dermatologist today who says there is literally an epidemic of melanoma among young Caucasian women, and frying in the sun is a major culprit.
When the sun hits the skin, immediately, within seconds, there are changes that are taking place. But the skin usually does a pretty good job in cleaning up those changes, but sometimes there's so much damage that the skin can't heal itself.
I've seen research that says sunburns in childhood really can be correlated to melanoma later on. Is that true?
Absolutely. We see that even just a few blistering sunburns in childhood really do increase your risk for melanoma. So as soon as that ultraviolet light hits the skin, whether it be from the sun or from man-made tanning beds, there's an immediate DNA damage, and that change can lead to skin cancer many years later. So you want to be thinking sun protective clothing, hats, sunglasses, and whenever possible, seek shade, because all of those things will help reduce your overall exposure, and that'll help reduce your overall risk.
And Dr. Tanzi, you yourself are a skin cancer survivor.
Right. I've just recently been diagnosed with my second melanoma. And thankfully, it was caught in its earliest stages, because although melanoma is the deadly type of skin cancer, when caught in the earliest stages, it has an almost 99% cure rate. So we really encourage people to do self-skin exams, look at their moles, and if they're changing in any way, size, shape, or color, you want to go right to your dermatologist to have it evaluated.
And Leslie, Dr. Tanzi had that surgery last week. Removed off her leg last week, her second bout with melanoma. And if it can happen to her, it can happen to anybody. So sunscreen is so key, and she gave us some great advice. First of all, 15, just not enough. Don't go there. 30 or up is what you want as far as a sunscreen. Also, look for things that say they have broad protection, UVA, UVB. Here we have the SPF 30. You want it to protect against UVA and UVB. Some of our sunscreens say that. And for little kids, she actually says for sensitive skin in little kids, there's nothing better than zinc oxide. It's a real barrier to the sun.
Interesting. Now, what about the sprays? Because a lot of people think the sprays make it easier to get it all over a little one.
It is easier, but it's, you know, I think you've done a story again. Some of the particles aren't necessarily so healthy.
Exactly.
And Dr. Tanzi says it's just too much of it actually does end up in the air and not on your skin. Stick to the creams and lotions. Look for high SPF, zinc oxide, UVA, UVB.
Great information and great things to know if you're headed to the beach. And by the way, the best beach in America is Coronado Beach in San Diego. That's according to the annual Dr. Beach rankings compiled by Florida International University. Kahanamoko Beach in Honolulu, Hawaii came in second. Main Beach in East Hampton, New York came in third. Also on the list, Coast Guard Beach on Cape Cod was sixth. I think that might be Coast Guard Beach.
Yes.
Yeah. And Cape Hatteras, North Carolina came in 10th.
Gonna have to agree on Coronado. It's a beautiful place.
To be on a beach with toes in sand right now.
Yes, we're ready, Top.
I know. I mean, Coronado Beach is beautiful, but it's the Pacific. The Pacific is cold. Give me a beach that I don't have a heart attack when I go in the water. That's all I'm saying. Right, ladies? Right, ladies? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Thank you. They're right in the kitchen there. We're going to talk about the holiday weekend. It's going to be more like July 4th. It really is. And for the most part, I think everybody's going to be happy.